Welcome back to Update 5 of Ayman's Bootcamp series, where I share with you updates about hot topics happening today. Well, you stuck with me through the madness. And if you go back to update number 4, you see that I actually predicted exactly who would win the national championship. That's right, I'm talking about Villanova. Now, if only I would have predicted that from my own bracket, but heck, you win some, you lose some. Number 1 Villanova took on number 3 Michigan in San Antonio, Texas. And it seemed that Michigan struggled to hold their own from the very beginning, shooting only 13% from three-point land. On the Michigan side, senior guard Muhammad Ali Abdurrahman held his own, going 8 for 13 from field goal range. But it wasn't enough to hold back Villanova. Dominating Michigan throughout the game, Villanova was shooting 47% from field goal range and another 37% from three-point line. But ultimately, it was sophomore guard Dante DiVincenzo with a 31-point career high to help seal the deal and send Villanova onto their second national championship in the last 3 years. Now that's pretty impressive. Now, shifting our focus over to the US stock market, music streaming service Spotify has filed for an IPO, otherwise known as an initial public offering. Why is this important, you might be asking? A lot of companies go public. Well, Spotify listed directly on the New York Stock Exchange. This means they avoided having to use underwriters or investment banks to attract investors. Instead, they listed existing shares onto the New York Stock Exchange, helping them avoid hefty fees that other companies normally have to pay. This new way of going public could eventually encourage unicorn startups like Airbnb and Uber to potentially directly list themselves as well. Spotify posted revenue last year of almost $5 billion, but their losses were around $1.5 billion. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how this turns out for them. Keep an eye out on that. Abiy Ahmed is the first Prime Minister of Oromo descent. The Oromo make up 30 million of the 100 million population in Ethiopia. In his first address to the Ethiopian people, Ahmed focused his attention on a few key areas. Those areas include topics like the respect for rule of law, a crackdown on rampant corruption in Ethiopia, alongside a willingness to negotiate with neighboring country Eritrea to settle differences between the two countries. Ethiopia, a land full of beautiful people and rich culture, is Africa's second most populated country. All eyes are on the new Prime Minister. Well, that's all I've got for this update. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.